Good morning, Lady Wild fans. We're live at the West Des Moines Recplex. Lady Wild taking on the Wichita Junior Thunder. Just getting underway. Riot's out there with Bree and Beckett. Lennon and Gwen back on defense. Wichita bring it through the neutral zone. Riot keeps it from coming into our zone, and now Bree tries to poke it forward, loses it, comes back briefly in the Lady Wild zone. Gwen clears it back out. Now the Wichita brings it in offsides. Line change for the forwards, and we've got Margot, Finley, and Penny. A few more skaters today. We got the Reeds back and Margot's back. That Wichita shot gets deflected wide. Now Margot tries to set it up to Penny. Penny sends it up, clears the zone. Now it's coming deep down in the Wichita zone. Not enough for icing. Wichita chases it down, skates it behind their net. Margot sends one, tries to center it, hits the back of the net. Now Wichita skates it out of their zone and into neutral ice. Now they skate it with some speed into the Lady Wild zone. Slow down, centering pass doesn't connect, goes to the far corner. Gwen not able to push that up. And now it comes up to Finley. Finley, board battle. Now it's up by Margot. Wichita almost sends it out of their zone, but they keep it in. They skate it into the slot, skating around it, goes wide. Lennon chases it down to the far boards. Wichita sends it back deep. Wichita centering pass, not much on it. Intercepted there by Lennon. Lennon's pushed up towards the blue line. Wichita sends it back deep. Wichita looking for a centering pass, loses it off their sticks, sends it in. Intercepted there by Margot. Margot chips it up to Penny. Penny sends it towards the blue line. They keep it in. Wichita skates into the slot. Goes off. That shot goes off their own player's back. Margot clears the zone. Wichita sends it in offsides. This will give us a chance for some fresh legs. We had some tired bodies out there. This looks like Ruby and Caroline back on defense. Laura's going to take the face off. Ellie and Riley with her. Wichita sends it deep in the Lady Wild zone. Ruby picks it up behind the net. She's skating with it. Sends it up to the far boards to Ellie. Now it comes to center ice where Wichita picks up the high slot. Skate it down. That shot goes high. Ellie sends it out of the zone. Now Laura speeding up. She picks up the puck, skates it in the Wichita zone. Wichita takes off her twig. Now they're skating with it, skated out into neutral ice. And now cross center ice and bring it into the zone. They take a shot, gets past Ruby and Stella for the first goal of the game. Wichita 1-0 early here in the first period. Line change with Riot, Beckett, Bree, Ruby, and Caroline still back on defense. Wichita skates it in the zone. Now Riot picks up the loose puck, comes across center ice, skates it into Wichita zone. She tries centering pass, taken off her stick. Now Ruby comes up to keep it in, but it's a little late and she sends it in offsides. Riot, Beckett, and Bree still out on forwards. We've got Lennon and Glenn back on defense. Wichita wins it back, now sends it to the near boards. Sends it through the neutral zone, back to Lennon. Lennon sends it to center ice. Now Riot tries to enter zone. Stop there at the blue line by Wichita. Now Bree sends it in deep. Bree picks up the puck. She's going to try wrap around. Wraps it around. Sends it to Riot. Riot not able to poke it in. Covered up by the goal. Good scoring chance by the Lady Wild. Just not able to get it past that 10. Line change coming with Margot, Penny, Finley, Lennon, and Glenn still back on defense. Wichita clears zone. Now he skated in the Lady Wild zone. Glenn there. That was Finley. Now Margot comes in, takes a shot, stick save, hanging out in front of the net there. Margot tries to backhand it in. Now Penny loses her edge, and Wichita picks up the loose puck. They chip it up to the blue line. It comes out of the zone. Lennon sends it back in. Wichita picks it up at the blue line, sends it into neutral ice. Lennon sends it back to the center ice. Now Wichita sends it deep into the Lady Wild zone. Lennon chases it down the far corner. Now Margot comes in. Lennon was going to try to reverse, and now she sends it up to Finley. Finley picks up the loose puck. Skates into center ice. Tips it around that defender. Now it comes into Wichita zone. Lady Wild on a change here. Lars comes in. Now Ruby playing defense. Gets it off the Wichita stick. Lara picks it up. Sees behind Stella. Now skating through the slot. Loses it. Caroline comes to pick it up. She sends it in neutral ice. Wichita sends it back in deep off sides. Same lines out here. Lara, Ellie, and Riley. He had two left wings there on the face-off. It comes back to Ruby. She sends it into neutral ice. Wichita sends it back in off sides. All right. Changing the line here with Riot, Beckett, Bree, Ruby, and Caroline back on defense. Wichita sends it in, goes deep into the Lady Wild zone. Caroline chases the puck down. Pad save there by Stella. Bree picks up the loose puck behind the net. She skates it up the near boards. Gets around that one. Now Beckett helps push it in, and Wichita sends it back in deep. Caroline now skating with it behind our own net. Sends out the far boards and neutral ice. Wichita D picks up the puck. Tries to send it in, but Bree's there to stop it. Now they send it back in. Ruby picks up the puck. She sends up the boards. Once again, B2D the other team. Beckett sends it briefly into the zone. Now it comes back out. Ruby's there. She sends it back to neutral ice. Puck gets sent to the near boards where great centering pass there by Wichita. That shot goes wide, I think, off of Ruby's stick. Now Riot picks up the puck. She's going to skate into neutral ice. She loses the puck. Wichita, though, brings it back out, and Bree tries to send it in. Wichita skates through the neutral zone. Here comes Wichita with a shot. It goes off the post. Ruby tries to send it out. Doesn't connect very hard, but now Riley sends out of the zone, and Wichita has to reset. They're still offsides, and now they are. 4:43 left in the first period. Lady Wild find themselves in a 1-0 deficit. Lara, Ellie, and Riley out there with Lennon and Glenn back on defense. Wichita sends it into the Lady Wild zone where Lara picks it up, sends it back in neutral ice. Wichita sends it in deep. Gwen sends it up to Ellie. It's intercepted there. Centering pass intercepted by Gwen. Now another shot goes. A couple saves there by Stella. Lennon picks up the loose puck in the corner, tries to chip up the boards. Now it's to the left wing circle. They're going to take a shot from there. Glove save by Stella. Forward line change coming. D will stay. Margot, Finley, and Penny. Penny sends it over the near boards. Now Wichita centers a pass. That pad save there by Stella. Comes up to Wichita D. Now Margot sends it down into the Wichita zone. Wichita chases it down. No icing. Now Wichita picks it up, skates with it, sends it across, but that was Finley intercepts that pass. Now Penny comes in to try to take a shot, but it's sent out to the far boards by Wichita. Wichita picks it up, sends it neutralized. Finley sends it back in offsides. Same forward line but Ruby and Caroline come in on defense. Wichita picks it up. Number 52, we got to watch for him. He's got wheels. Good with the puck here. He picks it up, skates behind the net. He's looking to skate it through the zone and now skates it into neutral ice. Caroline Ruby back on defense. 52 comes take a shot. Goes into Stella's body. 52 loses edge. Ruby sends it up to Penny. Penny sends it up to the blue line where Wichita sends it back in deep. Now Ruby picks it up, sends it along the boards, comes up to Wichita, right D. Right D sends it down. Back to Ruby. Ruby sends it right back up to Wichita's D. Wichita's D is going to send it right back down to Ruby. Ruby's going to send it this way this time. Penny's going to go to the box here for a cross check. Lady Wild going to find themselves on their first PK of the game. Penny in the box. One minute PK here, so luckily just 1 minute. These usually go pretty quick. Bree battling with Wichita over there. Ruby sends it up, and it comes out of the zone. 44 seconds left in the PK. Wichita passes it over. Now Caroline sends it right back out. Now it goes to center ice, where Wichita picks it up, skates it to the right side. They push it into Lady Wild zone. Here's number 52. Collision there with Caroline. Riot picks it up, sends it up to Bree. Bree sends it in deep. Goalie plays it, sticks it out to the right D. Bree there to pressure. Now Riot comes in with far board. She's tangled up with the Wichita player. He looks like we're going to get a holding call on Wichita. That'll send the Lady Wild. We'll skate briefly 4-on-4, and then they'll have about a 56-second power play. We'll have offensive zone face-off here in the left wing circle. Margot going to take the face-off. She's got Finley to her right, and then Lennon and Gwen back on defense. Wichita picks up the loose puck, skates to center ice. Penny comes out. Lady Wild now full strength, but Wichita skates right through our defense, gets a shot, but it's deflected by Stella. 39 seconds on this Lady Wild power play. Wichita sends it in. That's a glove save there by Stella. 34 seconds left on this power play. Riot going to take the face off. Bree and Beckett and Lennon and Glenn. That shot's deflected, blocked by Riot. Centering pass. Nice backhanded shot there by Wichita. Good save there by Stella. Lady Law deflected to the near boards. Now up to Beckett. Wichita centering pass gets pushed in, and Stella makes a good save there. 15 seconds left on this power play. Lady Law not going to probably have enough time to get it down to their zone and get a chance off of this. See if they can at least limit a chance. High shot there, goes just over the blocker of Stella for the second goal for the Junior Thunder. Short-handed goal there by Wichita. 10 seconds left in this power play. Laura going to take the face off with Riley and Ellie. Ruby and Caroline back on D. That face off comes out to Caroline. Caroline sends it down into Wichita zone. Thunder bring it out into neutral ice. Caroline sends it into the zone. Wichita skates it deep. Now they send it to the far boards. Ruby sends it up to Ellie. Ellie is in the board battle. Now Wichita comes out with it. Ruby's got to skate back. She deflects that centering pass behind the net. Laura pushes it to the near boards. Thunder send it back in deep. Ruby over at the far board. She blocks that pass. Wichita though sends it back in deep, and this is going to end the first period. All right, back for the second period. Lady Law going to work right to left. They're down 2-0. Shots on goal favor the Thunder, 12-3. Margot takes the face off. It goes back to the Wichita D. Wichita D sends it to neutral ice, where Lennon sends it back to Wichita zone. They're able to clear. Now neutral zone battle here with Finley, but now Wichita picks it up. They take a shot into Stella's body. She holds on to it, and we're going to have a defensive zone face-off there to Stella's right. Face-off comes to the slot. That's a block there by Glenn. Backhanded pass up, another backhanded shot. It gets deflected to the far corner. Lennon picks up the puck. Now Margot sends it out. Wichita's going to have to reset. Puck hanging out there. Margot now sends it into Wichita zone. Thunder pick it up behind the net. Centering pass right in front of their own goalie. Lady Law just not there to capitalize on that mistake. Wichita skates through neutral ice now into Lady Wild zone off sides. New lines coming out for the Lady Wild. Riot, Bree, Caroline. Oh no, Riot, Bree, and Beckett playing forward. Caroline and Ruby back on defense. Wichita sends it in off sides. Riot taking a face off here. Beckett takes it off the defender stick. She comes up. She's going to take a shot. She gets it right by the goalie for the first goal of the game. Nice play there by Beckett as she gains possession in the neutral zone, pushes it in, gets it right past the goalie for the first goal of the game. Lady Wild down 2-1 here early in the second period. Got Laura, Riley, Ellie out there, Ruby, and Caroline still back on D. Wichita brings that face off in. They take a shot. It goes wide. Now it comes back up. They take a shot from the left wing circle wide. Here at the near boards, they try to centering pass. Couple Lady Wild there in the way. Riley tries to chip it out, but Thunder keep it in. They pass up to the left wing. Left winger picks it up, tries to push it through the circle. A couple Lady Wild there to deflect. Now they skate it around. They take a shot. It goes over Stella's shoulder for their third goal. 3-1 Thunder. Riot going to take the face off. Beckett and Bree out with her. Now we've got Lennon and Glenn back on defense, which shot number 52 brings it in the zone. Skate it around. They take a shot off the post. Wichita sends it in from the near boards. Stella blocks that and covers. Riot with great check there. She brings the puck into center ice. Comes briefly into Wichita zone. Wichita number 52 picks it up, skates across center ice now into Lady Wild zone. Gets around Lennon. Lennon, though, not giving up. Wichita gets in, takes a shot off of Stella's pad. Now another shot from the left wing circle. It goes wide. Wichita tries center, intercepted there by Riot. Riot picks it up, skates behind Lady Wild net. Now at the far boards, sends it through all the way into the neutral zone. Wichita almost turns it over right in front of their own net, but then now they're able to clear, skating through neutral ice, right around Lennon. Now Gwen blocked there by Stella. It comes to the near corner. Bree sends it up to the blue line to the point. Now D to D. Takes it down to the far boards. They send it in deep. Send a shot towards the net. Goes off the back of the net. Now Beckett sent it up. She blocks that shot. Centering pass deflected first by Bree. They're able to get a shot. Pad save. Beckett and Lennon back in the board battle. Lennon sends it up to the far boards. Wichita sends it back in deep. Misses on that centering pass up to the right point. Now Wichita picks it up behind their own net. Trying to Michigan here and lose the puck. It goes to the far boards. Centering pass goes to the left wing circle. They take a shot. Pad save there by Stella. Beckett sends out the blue line. Defender whiffs on that shot. Now Bree sends it into Wichita zone. Lady Wild changing here. Beckett keeps it in the zone while she comes off the ice, but now Wichita picks it up. There's a 3-on-2 with Caroline and Ruby. Wichita sends that shot wide. Now Wichita picks up the zone in the high slot. Takes a shot. Blocked and cleared by Ruby. Beckett passes up to Penny. Loses it. Now Caroline takes off that stick before Wichita's able to get a shot. Comes up to D. They take a shot from the blue line. Blocked by Stella. They can't pick up the trash and get it in. A little shoving here in front of the net. Line changes. Ellie, Margot, and Riley. Margot picks up the far board. She's not able to clear the zone. Now Riley tries to chip it around, doesn't get enough on it. Wichita picks it up. Trying to get it into the house. A couple Lady Wild there, deflect it. Now that was Caroline tries to skate out of the zone. Now Penny chips up to the blue line. Wichita brings it back in deep. They send a shot wide. Lady Wild clear the zone and comes deep down into Wichita zone. That's going to be icing. Oh, the waved off icing. Ruby keeps it in at the blue line there. Now Riley back into deep into Wichita zone. Wichita picks it up in the net, sends it up to Ruby. Doesn't quite get to Ruby. We got a 2-on-1 here with Caroline back. Ruby trying to catch up to the play. That shot goes over the net. Goes to the far boards. Wichita sends up the boards. Now back to the blue line. Now Wichita sends it in deep. Ruby picks it up behind the net. Now she sends it up the far near boards. Comes to the blue line where the Wichita then sends it back in deep to Ruby. Ruby sends it back up the boards. Wichita sends it back in deep. Now centering pass goes right in front of the crease. Now up to the D. D takes a shot. Pad save. Now shot from the right wing circle. Ruby blocks that shot with her stick and sends it up to Riley. Wichita sends it back in, but now Caroline clears. Wichita picks it up in their own zone. Caroline picks it up at the far boards, skates it behind our net. She skates around one. Now gets around the other, gets it through the neutral zone, deep down in the Wichita zone. Wichita picks it up as it crosses the red line back there. They skate it up into neutral ice. Now we got a 2-on-2. Lennon and Gwen, they come in and take a shot. Goes high. Bree coming up to defend that pass. It comes in. It goes to the near corner. Wichita sends it behind the net where Lennon skates over to pick it up. Sends it up the boards. Stopped there by the defender. Beckett sends that through the slot. Then it gets deflected back to the behind the net. Now it comes up to the defender where Riot picks it up. She's got a little bit of room in front of her. See if she can get a shot here. Oh, taken off her stick from that good back check there by the Thunder. Thunder pick it up at the far boards. Not able to control it. Beckett tries to keep it in, but Thunder get it through into neutral ice. Got a 2-on-2 again here with Lennon and Gwen. They get around both. They try to pass it over. Defended there by Bree and Lennon. Now Lara picks up the puck, skates into neutral ice, across center ice, and now into Wichita zone. She brings it wide, sends it in, goes deflected behind the net, up to Lennon at the blue line. She tries to send it in deep. It's blocked there by Thunder skate. Now one-on-one, skates around Gwen. Deflected wide by Stella there. Up to the blue line. They skate it into the high slot. Now send it over to the far corner. Lennon tries to send it up the boards. It's kept there by the left wing circle now. That was Finley. Deflected that shot. Now shot comes back. Stopped there by Stella. Penny skates over, and now Wichita sends it in deep behind the net where Lennon picks it up. Lennon reverses, sends it back to the far boards. Now Penny's there to not able to pick up the puck. Lennon sending it back up to Penny. Penny tries to sling it back up, and now it clears the zone. Wichita's going to have to reset. Lara trying to pressure. Now Wichita sends it back in the Lady Wild zone. That shot goes into Stella's breadbasket there. She covers, and now we'll have a full line change. We'll have Margot, Ellie, Riley with Ruby and Caroline on defense. That face-off comes up to the high slot where Wichita sends a shot in. It goes wide. Centering pass doesn't connect, comes to the near boards. Pass it over to Lefty. Lefty takes a shot for the left wing circle. It's deflected behind the net. Now they try to wrap around. It's deflected. Comes up. Caroline picks up the puck. She chips it off the boards. Now it comes through neutral ice and into the Wichita zone. Wichita now clears it into neutral ice. Ruby loses her edge. Caroline comes to deflect the puck behind the net. They pick it up there. Now Ruby clears it from in front of the crease. Wichita sends it back in deep. Ruby's there to defend. They take a shot. It goes to the side of the net. Stella covers. 25 seconds left in the second period. Lady Wild currently getting outshot 26-4. Find themselves down 3-1 with 25 seconds left in the second period. Wichita sends a shot in wide. Beckett sends it to the far boards where Bree picks it up, skates into neutral ice. She collides there with Wichita defender. Now Wichita picks up the puck, skate it behind the net. They reverse. They'll try to clear, send it up, and that's in the second period. All right, we're gonna start here the third period with Lady Wild down 3-1. Laura gonna take the face off with Penny and Finley, and Lennon and Glenn back on defense. Wichita picks off the face off and brings it into Lady Wild zone. Comes up to the blue line. Wichita able to keep it in. They send it in, and it gets deflected to the far boards. Glenn sends it up to Finley. Finley sends it through center ice down into Wichita zone. That's going to be icing. Wichita sends this face off up to their D. Here comes a shot from the high slot. It's deflected in front of in the slot there by Lennon. Here comes a shot from the right wing circle. It's blocked by Gwen. Shakes her hand off. Must have gone off her hand. She's skating to the bench for a change. Ruby skates out for Gwen. Board battle there behind the net. Centering pass deflected out by Ruby. Wichita sends it behind the net. Now Lennon skates to the near corner. Wichita sends it back. Lennon in a board battle with two Thunder players. Now it comes up to Laura. Laura chips it up to Penny. Penny sends it through the neutral zone into the Thunder zone. No icing. Thunder go back to pick it up. They send it up the boards. Lady Wild not able to keep it in. Ruby misses on that. Ruby misses on that pass. Now it comes deep in the Lady Wild zone. Relentless sends it up there near boards. Laura picks up the puck, sends it across ice to Finley. Finley, Wichita sends it back in the zone. They're going to take a shot from the right wing circle. Goes into Stella's body there. It goes to the far corner. Now centering pass doesn't connect. That pass comes to the right wing circle. Shot goes in. Stella sends it out. Caroline not able to control that and skate it out of the zone. Wichita sends it back in deep. Ruby now sends it up the far boards. Wichita's going to pick it up. Now Caroline clears the zone into neutral ice. Puck goes now into the Thunder zone. Now they reverse them to the near boards. They're looking for a breakout pass. Lady Wild converge. Now Margot sends it in deep. Looks like Margot's back on defense now. I don't know if she's covering for Caroline or if that's going to be the thing. Ruby comes up, trying to defend. They skate right around her. They're going to come in and take a shot. Great pad save there by Stella. Loose puck, Stella covers. One more. Face off comes up to the blue line. That's blocked by Ruby right in the gut. Now she's skating off. Shot comes in front of the net, covered there by Stella. All right, Riot taking this face off. Beckett to her left. Breeze out on playing forward, and got Lennon and Margot must be back on D, I suppose. Foul in front of the net. Shot goes in. Blocked by Stella. That shot goes in off of Lennon's helmet. Lennon sends it over to Penny. Penny not able to collect the puck, and Wichita picks it up. Centering pass doesn't connect. Comes over left wing circle, deflected up. Then right in front of the crease. Lady Water able to clear it out. Now number 52 picks it up, skates it around. Gonna take a shot from left wing circle, right into Stella's gut. Whistle stops the play here. That shot comes from the left side, goes wide, right in front of the net. Lara deflects that centering pass to the far boards. Now Wichita sends it back in deep. Laura tries to chip it around one. Now she backhands it to reverse over to Gwen. Gwen with a stick lift. Wichita, though, chips up to their D. D takes a centering pass. That shot goes behind the net. Shot or centering pass from behind the net. Lady Law disrupt it, and then the puck goes wide. Now they come from behind, and Stella covers it up. Lennon blocks that shot. Back that gets back in towards the net. Stella sends it out. Now Lennon sends that out. Now Beckett picks it up at the far board, tries it back in out of the zone, picked up by Wichita. Wichita skates forward, takes a shot right into Stella's body. Stella's getting a workout. Scoreboard says 35. I think it's been a few more than that. 35 shots on goal for Thunder, 4 for the Lady Wild. D to D pass here. Gets blocked in the slot there by Margot. Now Lennon blocks that pass, and Finley clears the zone. Caroline sends it into the Thunder zone. Thunder clear it back out, get past Margot. Ruby not able to control that, but Margot and Caroline converge to prevent a scoring chance there. That shot's blocked off, I think, Stella's mask. Not sure what was happening there. Looked like Stella's trying to cover it. Margot's trying to clear it. Either way, it gets covered up. We're going to have a D-zone face-off here to Stella's right. Shots deflected by Ruby in front of the net. Ruby sends it up to Penny in the far boards. Penny chips it off the boards into neutral ice. Got Penny and Caroline battling for it there at the far boards. It comes back to Ruby. Ruby sends it back out. Now Caroline got a little bit of room in front of her. She's getting hacked from behind. Heidi momentarily keeps that in. It comes out to Ruby at center ice. She sends it back into the Thunder zone. Forecheck. Come on, girls. Keep it in the zone. Keep it in the zone. Thunder, pick it up. Skate it out. Now we got a 2-on-1. Gwen tries to get in front of that, but it goes in over a stick of Stella. It's 4-1 now. Junior Thunder. 4:32 left in the third period. Laura going to take the face off with Riley and Ellie over there. Lennon and Margot back on defense. Wichita bring that into the zone. Lennon sends it back into neutral ice. Thunder send it back in off sides. The 52 skates out in the zone. That's blocked there by Lennon. Centering pass doesn't connect. Comes up to the blue line where they collect. Send it into the slot. It goes down to Stella. She hits it with her stick and covers. 4:03 left in the game. Got Riot, Bree, and Beckett. Lennon and Margot on defense. Bree tries to get out of the zone. Wichita barely keeps it in. Beckett sends it into neutral ice, down into Wichita's zone. Wichita going to pick it up. B on the forecheck with Bree and Riot. Riot takes off the stick, skates into the zone. She gets around one, but has to take it off her twig there. Margot comes up to defend at the blue line, but it comes to the near boards, and now Wichita skates it out into neutral ice, and now they send it to the far boards in the Lady Wild zone. Lennon picks up the puck. She loses it behind the net. Bree sends it up the near boards. It comes up to lefty. They send it in. Number 52 skates it in, whiffs on the shot, and Stella covers. Got Ruby and Gwen coming in on defense. Caroline going to take the face off with Finley and Penny. D passes that down in deep. Ruby deflects it behind the net. They pass it over to the right. Oh, that's a center over there. Caroline gets tripped up. Pass up to the right wing circle. Backhand pass towards the net. Ruby sends it to the near corner. Centering pass. Ruby is there to deflect. They try to wrap around. No goal. Stella covers just before it crosses the line. Now we'll have a D's on face off over there to Stella's left. Looks like Ruby and Gwen going to stay out, but we're going to have a new forward line of Laura, Riley, and Ellie. Laura sends that up. They go D. Wichita goes D to D. That pass gets all the way into Stella. Stella deflects it out. That shot goes off the side of the net. Go cross ice pass to the left wing. Left wing sends it in. It goes over Stella for the fifth goal of the game for the Junior Thunder. Lady Wild down 5-1 with 2:11 left in the third period. Riot going to take the face off with Bree and Beckett, and Margot and Lennon back on defense. Face-off goes back to Wichita's D. They go D to D, and then Wichita sends it in deep. Comes up to Wichita's D, sends it back in deep. Wichita comes in for a wraparound, gets deflected in front of the net, and then Wichita picks up the trash and gets their sixth goal. Lady Law down now 6-1. 1:45 left in the third period. I don't know if this is right, but it probably is. Shots on goal now say 42 for the Junior Thunder, 4 for the Lady Wild. I'm not confident in that though. Wichita picks it up, skates in the Lady Wild zone. Mario clears it back into neutral ice. Wichita sends it back in off sides. Ruby and Glenn coming in on D. Got Caroline going to take the face off with Penny and Finley. 1:34 left in the period. Finley chips it across center ice into the zone. Finley chasing it down at the far boards. No. Wichita sends it up the boards. Caroline able to keep it in momentarily, but Ruby there deflects it off the stick as Wichita skates it into the Lady Wild zone. Caroline pressuring now behind the net. Stella covers that shot as it hits the side of the net. 1 minute left in the game. This comes back to D. It's blocked there off of Riley Shenny. Now Wichita sends it back in deep. This is Glenn battling for it. Caroline comes away with the loose puck. She skates it out. Or no, that's Riley, sorry. Riley skates it out. Gets it clear into the neutral ice. Wichita resets, send it back in. That shot goes off the post. Centering pass intercepted there by Riley. Riley sends up to the blue line. Wichita keeps it in. Number 52 skates forward. Takes a shot. Deflected by Stella. Stella, Lady Wild sent up to Laura. Wichita gets it back in. 52 dances around, takes a shot, gets it in. There's 5 seconds left in the game. Wichita scores their 7th goal. Wichita sends another shot in from the blue line right as the time expires. Lady Wild go down 7-1. Shots on goal advantage says 46-4 in favor of the Junior Thunder. Great game in net there by Stella. She ends up saving almost 40 shots. All right, we're back at 2 o'clock as Lady Wild take on Des Moines All-Stars Navy. We'll see